Okay, so welcome back. We had to cut short and then rejoin again. Okay, so that's a usual thing that we do. So we will go back to our division algorithm once again. If somebody is still struggling to do it. Okay, I hope the division algorithm is written down. Is it written down? I'll just quickly explain the algorithm once again, because how you have to use this algorithm depends on these 3 steps. So the step 1, I hope you are listening. There is no response from your side. Are you listening? Is my screen
Yes, ma'am.
visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So applies division lemma on to C and D. So C and D are the 2 numbers that we have taken to find their HCF. So I take C and D with the condition that C is greater than D. Now I follow step 1, 2 and 3 in a sequence. My step 1 is to apply the division lemma on C and D. That means you are dividing C with D. And when you do so, you find 2 more whole numbers, that is Q and R. So whenever we do division, we know that we have a quotient and we have a remainder that we will get. So we will name those two as say some Q and some R, such that your C, which is the dividend, will become equal to the divisor that you have taken into the quotient plus the remainder. And this step will go on with this condition that your R will either become equal to 0 or it will be less than D. That means your division should complete or go on till you reach a stage where your R has become 0, or it should at least be less than the divisor. So if R is 0, D is the HCF of C and D. So in one step or 2 steps, you end up with remainder becoming 0. So at that stage, you will go back and see what is the divisor that you have used. That is the last divisor that you have used for the division will become the HCF of C and D. If it is only one step, then directly D itself will become the HCF of C and D. But if R is not equal to 0, it is not necessary that any division that I do with 2 positive integers, always I will get a remainder 0. Not at all necessary. So if I encounter such a situation where R is not equal to 0, then I will apply the division lemma on D and R now. So what is the change? I started with C and D. I divided C with D and I got a remainder. Now your D, which is the divisor in the previous step, will become the dividend in the second step. And the remainder that you got in the first step will become the divisor. So this is how you will shift to the second step. If your R is not equal to 0, then you will take the previous divisor and make it the dividend. And the remainder that you get in step 1 will become the divisor. Now continue the process till the remainder is 0. So you should keep on doing the same thing. If R becomes 0 in second step, okay, your divisor will become the HCF of the given 2 numbers. If it is not, then again you will go to the next step. What is the next step? You will make the new remainder your divisor and the previous dividend will become your divisor, right? So you will continue this process till the remainder is 0. So this will go on and on till you reach the remainder 0. The divisor at this stage means what? When the remainder becomes 0. So till the remainder becomes 0, you will keep on dividing. And the last divisor that you have used so that you get a remainder 0 becomes the HCF. All right. Now we will take up a problem and see how this is to be applied. So I'm going to share another page of mine. So I think I'll stop share and come back. Otherwise you will not be able to see my screen. Let me see if I can select it again. Because if I shift from one to another, it is not happening. Okay, can you see my screen where I have done some division?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now listen carefully. These are some steps that you have to sequentially follow.
No,
You do
ma'am.
it 2, 3 times. Yeah. Any problem? Yes. You're not able to see the screen? Hello? Hello?
No, ma'am.
You're
Only
not seeing
steps.
the screen? No.
Ma'am, now
I'll
I
scroll
can.
it down. I'll scroll it down. Don't worry. I'll just
Hello?
start.
Ma'am,
Now, are
now I
you
can.
seeing the screen? You tell me enough. The explanation I have not yet
Yes,
started. Don't worry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now the two numbers
Yes,
that I
ma'am.
have taken.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I now I can.
You can see, okay, good, okay. So you have two numbers, that is 4052 and 12,576. These are the two numbers for which I want to find the HCF. And I have just now told you that the Euclid's division algorithm can be used to find the HCF of two positive integers. So these are my two positive integers. Don't look at the right hand side now. Don't look at this at all. We will come back to that later on. So I am just showing you how the division method can be followed to find the HCF of two given numbers. So I am just repeating the algorithm again and again till I reach the remainder 0. So see how I am doing it. So first, because in the two numbers 4052 and 12,576, 12,576 is a greater number. So that becomes the dividend and this becomes the divisor. All right. So when I divide 12,576 with 4,052, I know 3 times 4,052 will become 12,156. So 4 times will exceed 12,576. So it's only 3 times it will go. So when 3 times 4,052 is taken, I get 12,156. So when I subtract them, I get a remainder of 420. Can you see that? So my first division is over and I get a remainder as 420. Is it clear till
Someone
then?
is waiting.
Who is
Someone
waiting?
is
Somebody is
waiting.
waiting. Okay, just
Yes,
I have to stop
Ma'am,
the screen.
Spriha is waiting.
Yeah, I'm just going.
Spriha.
1 minute. Yeah, I've admitted. Yeah. All right. So is the division clear till here? You are just doing the first subtraction and you get the remainder as 420. So first step of the division algorithm I have applied. Dividend divided with a divisor, I got a remainder. What should I check now? Is the remainder equal to 0? No. So what should I check? Is the remainder less than the divisor? All right. So I think I will mark it with a different color. Maybe it should be useful for you. Okay, I'll take it like this one. See, this is your divisor. I'm calling it some D. Okay, and this is the remainder because I'm using my cursor to write. It is looking very funny. And this is the dividend. So this is the remainder that you have got, 420. It is not equal to 0 and definitely it is less than 4052. So what should I do? Should I stop the division here? No. Now what will happen? Your previous divisor in step 1 has become the dividend. Can you see I have brought it from here? From here, I brought it here. So the divisor there has become the dividend now. And the remainder in the first step has become the divisor now. Can you see? That's exactly what you wanted to do in step 2 of your division algorithm. Can I go back there? No, I won't go back. Then it will be difficult. I have to share again. You can see it because you have written it in your notebook. Please see it there. So is that step understood? Step 2 I am applying. So this is the new divisor. 4052 becomes the dividend now and 420 becomes the divisor. So again the division will continue. I know 9 times 420 is 3780 and I do the subtraction. So the second step also is over. Did I get a remainder 0 now? Now this is the new remainder 272. Can you see? Is it 0? It is not 0. So what I should check? Is it less than the divisor? Yes. 420 was the divisor. Now I got remainder 272. So it is less than the divisor. Now what to do next? This 420 will come back here now as the new dividend. So 420 is the dividend. 272 which was the remainder here. I call it the remainder. This remainder has become the divisor now. Again, start with the division. You are applying the division lemma. So how many 272s are there in 420? Only one. So when the subtraction is over, I get a new remainder now. I get a new remainder. What is this remainder? It is 148. Is it equal to 0? No. So what I should do? I should go and check with the previous divisor. Is it less than the divisor? Yes. So what I should do? Bring down this divisor now as the new dividend. All right. Now again, apply the lemma. So you are dividing 272 with 148. Only one 148 will be there. Subtract. You get 124. So when you get 124, that is your new remainder now. It is not equal to 0 again. So again, I go and check. Is it less than 148? Yes. So bring the 148 here now as the new dividend. Now again, the lemma has to be applied. Now I'll just scroll down a little. Now I'll have to remove all that because that drawing goes with the previous page. Okay. Now we were at 124. We had it one time, 124. Then subtraction is done. Now my new reminder is 24. It is not equal to 0 again. Sorry, I didn't select the drawing tool. It is not equal to 0 again. See, 24 I got. Is it less than the previous divisor? Yes, 124. So now that 124 has become the dividend. Now you divide it with 24. I have 5 24s, that is 120. So again, when the subtraction is done, now I have a new remainder, which is 4. Is it less than the divisor? Yes. So bring down that divisor as dividend. Now see, I can divide this 24 will be definitely divisible by 4 because 4 6 are 24. So finally I got my remainder as 0. So once I get my remainder as 0, what should I go and check? What was the last divisor? This is the last divisor that I've used for the division. That divisor will become the HCF of your two numbers. What were my two original numbers? My two original numbers were 4052 and 12576. When I completed the division and I reached the remainder 0, the last divisor that I have used is 4. So 4 is the HCF of the two numbers 4052 and 12576. So this is the way in which the division has to be done. Is it clear? If you have any doubts, you ask me. Otherwise, I will tell you how this division can be written in this form. This is the form in which you have to write it. Nobody is going to allow you to do the division like this and show it and tell, yes, I got my remainder 0. So my last divisor has become the HCF. You don't show it like this. In the board exam, we want you to write it like this. So from here, coming to this is very easy. I will tell you how to do it. But is this clear? Some of you can directly start writing like this also. Some of you will get used to it as you do more and more problems. Writing this becomes natural. But to start with, you can divide like this and go reach 0. Then convert this division lemma into this form. This is actually the lemma. This is not the lemma. This is the primary classes we have taught you how to do division. So that we are bringing it to a concrete form like this now. So until now, if there is no doubt, I will tell you how this method can be put in this way. No doubt?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, what to do is the remainder is greater than the dividend.
Divisor, not dividend. Divisor. It cannot
Divisor.
be. Why it cannot be, I will tell you. If you do it as 4052 only 2 times, you will get a number bigger than 4052 because on subtraction, you know, actually 3 times it will go. But you are only deciding it is 2 times and making the mistake. So you should, when you get a reminder which is greater than divisor, means your quotient is wrong somewhere. This quotient is not taken properly. That's why you are getting this as bigger. If it is coming bigger, then go and tell yourself, oh, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ 4052 ಕೂತಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. That's why I'm getting a bigger reminder. Definitely your reminder should be less than the divisor. That is 420 should be less than 4052. If it is more, it means you have not taken the quotient properly. Okay, any other doubt?
Ma'am, how we will choose the divisor?
Where? In the first step or in the second and the third step?
Ma'am, in the second and the third step.
That's what I told you. No, see, I'll show it to you again. Okay, you are dividing 12,576 with 4,052. The division is done and the remainder has come out to be 420. Correct? Now you will check. It is less than 4,052. So this divisor which was sitting in the first step will come down as the dividend. Okay? And this remainder which is sitting here is automatically going to become the divisor for the second step. Everywhere it is like that. Now in the third step, after the subtraction is over, you are seeing 272 is the remainder. So this 272 is less than 420. Yes, so you can stop your division there. So bring down the 420 as the new dividend. The new divisor will be the remainder. The previous divisor will become the dividend. And this will continue. Am I clear now?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will see how we can convert this into the division lemma that we have to write. Now I think I'll clear that. I'll just take one column. Okay. So this 12,056 is the dividend we are starting because among the two numbers that we have, 12,576 is the bigger number. And we know there are 3 times 4,052 in it. because I know less than 3 means my remainder will not become less than 4052. So I have found out by trial and error that there are 3 times 4052 sitting inside 12,576. So that's what I write. So dividend equals the divisor, which is 4052, into some q. This q is what you have to find out. You have found out that it is 3. So that you have inserted here. Always remember, dividend will be equal to divisor. These two are already known to you. Only the quotient you are finding. And after you have found the quotient, see what is remaining after the subtraction is over. That will become your remainder. This is the remainder. So after the division is over, it is very easy to write this. 12,576 is divided with 4,052. 3 times 4,052 when you multiply, you get this 12,576 and the remainder is 420. So after this, the first step is over. It is so easy. Dividend equals divisor into quotient plus the remainder. Same order you have to maintain. Then in the second step, what happened? 4,052 became the dividend. So dividend equals, the divisor was 420. So 420, how many times the quotient was? 9. Plus the remainder was again 272. Can you see how I have taken this into the algorithm form? Then the third step. Now, what is your new dividend? 420. What is the new divisor? 272. How many times does it go? 1. So dividend equals divisor into quotient plus the remainder, 148. Now your new dividend is 272. Can you see? In cross, it is coming like this. You started with 12,576, 4,052 into 3 plus 420. Now 4,052 will come down as the dividend. The divisor is your remainder itself. How many times? Quotient you have to find out every time. That is where you are doing the division. Plus the remainder. Now from the previous step, 420 has come down as the dividend. Your 272 has come down as the divisor. You found out the quotient is 1 and the remainder was 148. So when I scroll down, now see, I have reached 148. I am dividing 148 with 124. So 148 has come down as the new dividend. 124 has become the new divisor. I multiply it with 1 and the remainder happens to be 24. Now again, now 124 has come down as the dividend. I am dividing 124 with 24. So divisor into quotient, which is 5 plus the remainder. And the last step, when I go 24 is the new dividend. I am dividing it with 4. So 4 into 6, which is the quotient plus the remainder. So the last divisor that you have used has become the HCF of these two numbers. So this is how you will go about doing the division algorithm. Any doubt you can ask now. So this, to start with, you can do the division and then put it in this form. Otherwise, directly you can start thinking like this. 12,576, there will be 3, 4,000. That is by trial and error only. You should multiply and see. 2 times means it will come around 8,000. 3 times means somewhere around 12,000. 4 times it will go to 16,000. So I don't have 16,000 here. So I know 3 times it will come. So multiply this with 3 and subtract it from 12,576. Your remainder will be ready. Or if you can quickly do this and put it in this form, it is always better. In the board exam, this is not expected from you. Only this we do. So to start with, you can do like this. More and more problems when you do directly, you will be able to do. Don't worry. Everyone starts like this. But gradually you have to go there. Or if you think, no, without doing the division, it is very difficult for me to do it like this. At least learn to do it fast. Because same thing you're doing 2 times. This may be just a 2 marks problem. Just imagine you will do the complete division and then you will transport it like this. It is only a practice which requires your mathematical skill of multiplication, subtraction and addition. So try to bring it to this form gradually from here. All right. So I think I will stop the screen share here, get back again. Yeah. Is it a little difficult or you're finding that is, oh my God, what to do? How will I do this? Is it troubling you? You will not feel so when you start doing the problems. Yeah. You have anything, I can do it once again if you want. I will stop the recording and do it later on maybe, because I don't want the video to be recorded 2 times by me explaining the same thing. Will you try some more problems and then get back and tell me if you have not understood? Because now it is looking as though you have understood. It may be visible like that for you. because I have done all the steps. You are thinking, oh, it's so easy, I can do it. Okay. Because you need time, I will give you, I'll leave you with some more problems before I proceed, because I wanted to do one more proof. I don't know if I will have time for that. Okay, anyway, let me come back to the screen, please. Okay, with this, I'll go back to my board there. Now there is one more problem which is shown here. Now the two numbers are 135 and 225. Now try on your own. Don't look at the screen that I have shown. This is to help those who are not able to do. So which will be your divisor and which will be your dividend in these two cases?
135 is divisor.
Dividend is
And dividend will be 225. Start dividing.
220.
You should go on till you get a remainder 0. So do it carefully. And those who are not able to do, you can look at the screen. Others, keep trying. Okay. Okay. Now I will go with the same steps as I have explained. I have just typed it like this to make you understand. All the words also I have put in. Because more than speaking, when you see the screen, maybe you will understand as my thinking. So as you can see from the equation, 225 is greater. Sorry, from the question, the 225 is greater than 135. Therefore, by Euclid's division algorithm, when we apply it on this, your 225 will come to the left side because dividend equals divisor into quotient plus remainder. So how many 135s are there in 225? It can be only 1. So 1 into 135, when you multiply and subtract it from 225, you are getting the remainder 90. So this 90 should be less than the divisor, which is satisfying. Okay. So should I stop the division here? No, I have to go on till I get a remainder 0. Now remainder of 90 is not equal to 0. Thus again using the division lemma for 90. Now which is your new dividend? Your previous divisor will become the new dividend. That is 135. And your previous remainder becomes the new divisor. So 135 and 90. For these two numbers, you have to apply the division lemma now. So 135 is equal to 90 multiplied by 1 because there can be only 190 in 135. 2 90s will become 180. We don't have 180 here. So it is only 1 times 90. When I subtract this 90 from 35, I am getting a 45. So this is my remainder now and this was my divisor. So remainder is not equal to 0, but still it is less than the divisor. Now apply the lemma on which two numbers now? This will become the dividend. 90 will become the dividend. 45 will become the divisor. So you are going to apply the lemma on 90 and 45 because the remainder has not become 0. Now 90 will be equal to 45 multiplied by 2 exactly will become 90. So at this stage, your remainder has become 0. So when the remainder becomes 0, the method stops. That means your division will stop. Since in the last step, the divisor is 45. 45 is the divisor in the last step. Therefore, the HCF of the two original numbers that you had is nothing but 45. You started with HCF of these two, then you went to HCF of these two numbers, then you went here, and finally you got 45. So all this you don't have to report. You simply have to tell the HCF of the two numbers is 45. Those who did the division also, did you reach the same way? Deliberately, I have not shown the long division method for you. Directly, I have used the division algorithm. Can you see? When the numbers are small, you will feel a little more confident. But if you think, no, division Madi, then I will come back to this. Nothing to worry. You can do it. But do it a little fast so that you complete your problem in time. Shall we take up one more and do, or I have to wait till you write this down? Because anyway, I'm going to send you the recording. Don't worry about that. All right. So we will
Ma'am,
take up.
can we skip the report? Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me. Hello.
ma'am, is it enough if we only write those equations?
Yeah, only this. This I have explained to you to tell why it is happening. This I have typed only to tell you why suddenly 135 is taken and 90 is taken. That means I'm applying the lemma every time till my remainder becomes 0. No, we are not going to expect you to write all this. You're talking about this, is it not? Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
You're talking about this writing that I have done, right? Here,
Yes,
this sentence that I have written, this sentence that I have not necessary. You can directly write one step, second step, third step, and go on. To begin with, you tell this to yourself orally, so that you know why the remainder has become this and why the divisor has come here. All right. So, and finally, but this
Okay.
is important. Hence, the HCF of 225 and 135 is 45. This you should do. All right. So I'll stop the screen share here and come back. If you have something to ask, you ask me. Otherwise, we will take up one more problem at least. How much more time do I have? It's not showing here. Okay, we'll wait anyway because before the 10 minutes, I'll get the notification. So we'll take up one more problem. Maybe more clarity will be there, right? Okay, we'll go back to the screen share. Yeah, can you see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to the next problem. Maybe I have one more problem. See, here I have not tried to bring the statements that were typed. So those who know to do it, now don't look at the screen. It is only to help those who are not able to do. Again, I have two numbers, 867 and 225. Which will become the dividend here? Which will become the dividend?
220.
Dividend, the bigger number. The bigger number. The 867 will become the dividend. Okay. So I am dividing the 860. Yeah, the notification is coming. We have 10 more minutes. Okay, let us see. 867 is 3 times 225. Division madoro sidal marta hogi. Parvagilla. It is okay. So I know there are only 3 225s in 867. So when I take 3 225s and subtract it from 867, I'm getting a 192. This 192 is less than, sorry. Okay. This 192 is less than 225. So you see the previous divisor has become the dividend. The divisor has become the, the remainder has become the divisor. Now I'm dividing 225 with 192. So I'm applying the lemma. I have only 192 in 225. So when I multiply this and subtract from 225, I get a 33. So 33 is smaller than 192. Now the two numbers that I should divide now is the 192. What is getting selected? Okay, sorry. Okay, now I have the numbers 192 and 33 which I should divide. The 192 and the 33. So the 192 will be 33 5 times. When I multiply 33 and 5 and subtract it from 192, I get 27, which is the new remainder. Now the next step, I will be taking the 33 and the 27. Can you see the 33 and the 27? So 33 is divided with 27. There's only 127 in 33. So when I subtract this 27 into 1, which is 27 from 33, I get 6. Now the next step will be between 27 and 6. So 27, that is divided with 6. There are 4 6s in 27 and the remainder will become 3. Because this is 24. When I subtract 24 from 27, I get 3. Now I have to use the two numbers 6 and 3. So when 6 is divided with 3, I know 2 times 3 will become 6 and hence my remainder has become 0. Now, which is the last divisor that I have used? That is 3. This is the last number that I have used to divide and get a remainder 0. Therefore, the HCF of 867 and 225 is 3. Is it clear enough? Now, are you getting a little confidence of writing these steps without doing the division? Even if you want to do the division, I am not stopping you. But be very careful when you subtract, when you multiply. There should not be errors in class 10 in doing such simple divisions. Okay? So, okay, we will take up one more problem related to the division algorithm. It is not only to find the HCF of two numbers, we will be using the division algorithm. There are other proofs for which we will be using the division algorithm. I will introduce one to you. It may look very, very dry because it is a proof which uses the division algorithm. So I'll just show you the proof because it is one of the problems in your exercise and it is a frequently asked question. Can you see the next screen which is sliding through? You are seeing the next problem there? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, yeah, thank you.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, this is a very, very frequently asked question in the board exam. This comes usually in section C. So this is an application of the division algorithm by looking at the 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3. This itself is a clue enough to tell you that it is a division algorithm which is used. So the question is like this. Show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5 where q is some integer. Okay, where am I going to apply the division algorithm here? Now, because I'm seeing some q plus some reminder, some q plus some reminder. So I'm going to assume that the assumption is also very, very important. Let there be any two positive integers, which when divided will take this form in the division algorithm. So my assumption will be let a be a positive odd integer because I need to show that any positive integer will take this form. And let q be the quotient and r be the remainder after dividing a with 6. So I'm starting with a, which is the positive integer, which has to be divided with 6. Why 6? Why not 7, 8, 1, 2, 3? The clue is in the question only. When you have some number shown there to you, like 6q here, again a 6q here, you should assume your divisor as that number itself. A can be anything. You are dividing a number with another positive integer 6. Why? Because when you apply the division lemma, then you will get it in this form. So my assumption is very important here. I have taken let a be a positive odd integer such that when I divide a with 6, my remainder will be r and my quotient will be q. So using the division lemma, a is the dividend. Dividend equals divisor into quotient plus remainder. I have simply applied the lemma here. A equals 6q plus r. Because 6 is the divisor, a is the dividend, and q and r are the quotient and remainder. This is how I started with my assumption. And when I applied the lemma, I know my r should always be greater than or equal to 0 but less than 6. Who decided the 6? Because 6 is the divisor. So if your r has to fall between 0 and 6, what are the values your r can take? It can take 0, it can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and not 6 because it should be less than 6. So only these 6 values can be taken by r. So what are the 6 values when you substitute it there? A can be either 6q plus 0, which will be 6q. A will be 6q plus 1 if the remainder is 1. If the remainder is 2, it will be 6q plus 2. Similarly, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 4, 6q plus 5. Now, out of all this, only 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5 will be odd numbers. Why? Because the others are all multiples of 2. Can you see 2 is a common factor between both these terms? Here you can write it as 2 times 3q. Here you can write it as 2 times 3q plus 1. This you can write as 2 times 3q plus 2. So all these which I have not underlined are even numbers because they are multiples of 2. But the underlined ones are odd numbers because they cannot become multiples of 2. And hence, among all the choices that I have, only 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5 can become odd numbers. Hence, when A is odd, it is in the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. That is it. That is the proof. I've used the lemma to show that when I start with any positive odd integer and when I divide it with another number, say 6, then this is the form in which the odd numbers would appear, leaving the even numbers. So this is a very, very common proof that they ask you. It can be in any form. There are many ways of asking this. When you go through your exercise 1.1, you will know that there are so many more questions which can be asked like this. So because anyway, I'm sharing this video with you, you can go through it once again, leisurely maybe, and get back to me tomorrow because I have only 1 more minute left in this meeting. I have tried to do how to find the HCF of 2 numbers using the lemma, and also I have tried to show you some of the proofs which can make use of the division algorithm to get at the required result. So go through this once again, and before I stop or end the meeting, there are a few more problems which we can see maybe. Maybe you can go through exercise 1.1 because by the time I share the screen and get back, the meeting will end. So just go back to exercise 1.1 and try one more proof like this. So when you assume your positive integers a and the divisor, look at the problem. The problem will give you a clue what should be your divisor. If it is 4q plus 1 or it is 2q plus 1 or it is 3q plus 1, immediately in those problems you will take it as 2, 3 or 1 depending on what you have to prove. All right. So we will meet tomorrow again. I know there are some doubts, but the meeting is going to end. So maybe we can discuss it privately later on or maybe in tomorrow's class. Plus, go through all these proofs, try to understand. Any queries we can always discuss tomorrow. All right. So here I end the meeting because we are already having only 10 seconds more. So we will get back tomorrow with more applications of the division. So bye from here and a thank you. I'm ending the meeting here.